That fucking Octagon commercial that they have on ESPN. Don't listen to that. There's no honor in beating the fuck out of another person for money. Okay? Do you understand? None whatsoever. I told you guys, when I went to Sierra Vista and they had people come and talk to me, they were professional killers at Fort Huachuca. And the one kid was disrespectful. The other one that was married to a black woman, he came in and tried to be respectful. He said, I want you to train to fight because I want to see what it's like to fight Bruce Lee. And my thing was like, I really am happy that you have a beautiful wife and you got lovely kids. And, I love other people's kids as I love my own. And if you tried to fight me, I would say, no, I don't want to fight you. And then if you kept trying to fight me, it's just, this is wrong. We do not do this, and I would just kill you. Okay, that's basically what I told him. Okay. I don't fight people for entertainment or money. If you're coming to fight me, I don't want to fight you. Okay, so I'll just kill you. And then people, he's an extremist. Why do you want to fight me for money? You're making people fight people for money to pay extortion to live here. Who's the extremist? Okay, I will not fight you. I'm very a healthy person, psychologically, mentally, emotionally, and physiologically. Okay, I've been tortured and abused by perverts in the Mesilla Valley ever since they sent me here from Cochise County. Okay, and it's been brutal, and it still is because I'm still recovering from it. And every time somebody sprays Roundup, and because of all the cars now, because of the new developments that go through here, I got more carbon emission poisoning than we ever had before and stuff. And so they offered me twice to join the Temple of Set Illuminati to have money on a card and go live in the mountains. I told them no. They did twice on Facebook, and I'm not going back to Facebook. Okay, they disrespected me one too many fucking times. And there comes a time in every man's life where he has to sit there and say, that's it. I'm not going back. I'm not going to try to help you get your ass out of the lion's den. You're going to have to do it your own damn self. I gave you everything you need, okay, to stop playing games with technology for fuck money. Okay. That man today at the county, he got set up by his own people. And he should have been intelligent enough to know that before he got in my face. He should have just sat there and said, yeah, and I seriously hope that they stop using our science projects to do horrible, heinous things like that. If I would have known that they were going to use my rocket science projects to do what they do with them to people like you, I would have never done it. Then I would have said to him, hey, you're a good little Flavisham. Daddy, where are you? Daddy, where are you? I've been real nice to him. Okay, but he didn't. He got in my face, told me I was crazy and I was a liar. So I fussed at him. Oh yeah, I was pissed. Okay. You're the reason why they passed Amy around on chat rooms at Fort Huachuca and had Noah say if we had stayed, me and Amy had stayed together, he'd have killed me. Okay. It's scientists like you. Okay. And the rest of you, stop being so fucking complacent. Stop making me do all the fucking work. I walk around Las Cruces encouraging people, we're going to do this. Our prayer and our thoughts are going to change that technology to where it reflects me more than it does the people that at home invade our houses for entertainment, money, and psychotic behaviors. So. And I shouldn't have offended Malika Andrews on that last video. If you guys understand the content, okay, of the video, you understand that I was being sarcastic because I was sitting there watching her before the game with Bronny James on it. I couldn't stop staring at her legs. Like, I can't stop staring at her legs. Right? She's got nice legs. I can't stop looking at her legs. Okay? So I'm like, I hate marketing. Okay? She's someone's wife, I believe. I shouldn't be sitting there staring at her legs because they want to sell things and make lots of money. She should be at home with her husband saying, these are nice legs. Yes, they are. You get that a lot with people that have become part of sexual, aggressive, biological, and psychological conditioning. You're just trying to keep me all for yourself. Okay, but we don't need money to pay extortion to live here. You don't need to put yourself out there as a sexually desirable object to people who think with their penis. Okay? For us to pay extortion to live here because you're afraid they're all going to try to poison me to death like Sun Yat-sen or snipe me like JFK or Malcolm X. Anybody else want to put on a hijab and stand in a circle around Louis Farrakhan, protecting him from other philanthropist bullets? That's a rotten, it's a low down dirty shame to dress up, attract physically appealing black women in hijabs, having them take a bullet for that murdering Judas piece of shit whose words talked other assholes into murdering Malcolm X. And people called Louis Farrakhan the honorable Louis Farrakhan. There was nothing honorable about Louis Farrakhan. And he never confessed what he did, and he never recanted, and he never repented, okay, for being, his mouth being the instrument of murder of the man who was the example of many of our manhood growing up in the United States of America when we read the autobiography written by Alex Haley about El-Hajj Malik El-Shabazz. Okay? When I read that book, I was raised in a racist community and environment. And that Malcolm was the good guy, and that Martin was the good guy, and Malcolm was the nigga that talked about killing everybody. Okay. Then I read the story about Malcolm instead of the propaganda I was fed, and I'm like, I love Martin, but Malcolm's my boy. That's my dog. He's my boy. He's my father figure, you know. I mean, that man knew he was going to get killed for standing up for what was right, teaching true Islam instead of fake-ass racist Islam. He knew he's going to be killed by people he once called friend and brother. But he did it anyway because he had wives, he had a wife, and he had children, and they had to live in this world. Okay? Same thing that Little Hawk told me, same thing that Tishna told me. You know, I was like, you had everything I wanted, a faithful wife and kids. Why did you get up and... Because we have a wife and kids, or you're going to have to do it too. Okay? Because the other guys ain't going to do it for you. You can't leave it up. See, I am, not if, I am the spirit of King David. My son is the spirit of King Solomon, okay? Politicians that watched my house through the Patriot Act, okay? They could be the spirit of Abner or Judas. But wanting to kill and destroy me and Patrick and then replace me and Patrick as the spirit of David and Solomon is wrong. Okay? It is wrong to want to replace somebody with you when you're not them. Okay? It is right to redeem Abner's spirit. It's right to redeem Judas's spirit. It's right to correct past transgressions and mistakes. In the Bible, because we are not Romans, we are Hebrews. It wasn't God's general that spoke to Joshua before they went into the walls of Jericho. He was asking the spirit of Moses for help. Okay? And then afterwards, it's like, what happened? He goes, when I went up on Mount Sinai and came back down, you know, didn't everybody? But Moses kicked ass. Moses just that way. Okay? Moses was led and Joshua followed. Okay? That's just the way the spirit of David and Moses is. You can't change me, and you can't make yourself into me if you're not me. All you can do is appreciate me. Think while you'll still have me, you'll be sorry when I'm gone. That's a movie by the Rice fellow and the Andrew Lloyd Webber fellow. Okay? I'm not Andrew Lloyd Webber, and I'm not Tim Rice. Okay? And I'm not Ted Neely. Okay? And you're not Carl Anderson. Okay? Now, Patrick and Gabe don't like you. And I understand why. I love everybody, okay? Just recant, repent, and go and sin the sin no more, okay? And then, you know, you'll be worthy of my forgiveness and my trust again, you know? And that's That's everything any man on TV that's still hiding his philanthropy could ask for. Instead of selling drinks for Dunkin' Donuts, show up publicly and give me my propers. I earned them. Okay, and then I hope you and your wife live happily ever after. And one day they died, their graves were side by side, and they were buried on a hill where robins sing, and they say that violets grew all year long because their hearts are full of spring. I wish that for Michelle and Brock too, if it's tangible. Peace.